Hello, my name is Frances Hayward. I was, in my youth, a girl singer, as they were referred to at the time, named Ranny Sinclair. I recorded for Columbia Records, and I had the honor of working with Dave and Iola Beck. Ranny was always my nickname as a child, and even today, close friends call me Ranny. So I was always Ranny, and Sinclair, my name was Singer, and that was my father's. It wasn't his professional name, that was his name, Lou Singer. And they said, well, you can't have a singer, as a singer. I think they came up with Sinclair. He was a brilliant composer who unfortunately died when he was very young. And he worked in jazz. He worked with W.C. Handy. He wrote some songs with Duke Ellington. He was a brilliant arranger. He was just such a wonderful, talented person. And any musical genes that I got, I would imagine I got from him. They did a whole series that began with something that I'm so proud of, called Little Songs on Big Subjects. And they were songs against discrimination of any kind, just everybody getting along. They were the most wonderful collection of little songs, and then it turned into songs about the UN, little songs about safety, little songs about this, and then little songs about space. Also, I have to say my uncle, Leo Robbins, was a very famous lyric writer. He wrote Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and he wrote some of the most famous songs of the American Songbook. So I do sort of have musical genes that I come by sort of honestly. But, that's a matter of opinion, however, others feel about that. It's so amazing, and I was so young. I must have been about 20, 21, 22, I don't know. In my very, very early 20s, for sure. Yes, I did have, you did a good job. I did have brown hair, and then later on I became blonde, and, but you did a lovely job coloring my hair. Thank you. I must compliment you. It was just about that color. I left the music business when I met Sir Jack, as a lot of girls at that time did. One of the things about this recording is it represents a time in life where you were sort of oriented in a certain way. A girl was sort of brought up to, meet the right man, and that was it. And as a matter of fact, I think I make reference to it in one of the songs. There Won't Be Trumpets. Wailing Wall was a turntable hit. That was I don't know whether that was my first recording or what, but it was a huge turntable hit. Then Theo and I started thinking, well, jazz waltzes are the thing. So Wonderful died. So we did that as a jazz waltz. And I'm sort of satisfied with my vocals on that one. Even though my voice was so high, my God, where did I get such a high little voice? I am, of course, my own worst critic. Sometimes I hear a little flat note here and there, and I think, oh, but I'm thrilled with the way you presented it. How shall I say this? I feel in my older years, that sort of sexy sound. I think, oh my gosh. But yes, of course, I'm thrilled. Now, how do you call me a beatnik? How was I a beatnik? I wasn't a beatnik. Well, I would say perhaps in my way I was. Very flattered that you consider me that. With any other girl, first of all, my voice is so high on that. How did I get such a high voice? Well, what can I say? It is so 60s. This poor little girl who's so distraught because she sees this boyfriend of hers with another girl, walking with another girl. Oh, it's so sort of Mad Men and that whole period of time. It evokes a time period, at least to me. Oh, and Barbara Allen. I love Barbara Allen. And If I Had a Ribbon Bow, that was connected with my father because he worked with Maxine Sullivan and John Kirby on a radio show called Slow, Gently, Sweet Rhythm. And Maxine Sullivan sang it. And it's really a very plaintive song. It's about a poor little girl who just wants a ribbon bow and a gown of calico so she can get a sweetheart. And Tio sort of gave it a rock feeling. You know, it's a very sad song, a poor little girl wanting a ribbon bow. But I love Tio's record. I found a little tough on it. I can't explain it. I'd sit up in my castle and this whole world could come and go. I wouldn't care. I don't feel that way. But, I did in the record. Dave picked out, there are a number of Daves. Ode to a Cowboy was about his little child. I've written a number of songs with Dave. Something about, of course, he wrote with Garson Kanin, of all people. I don't know if I should say this or not, but at the time, a lot of jazz artists had reputations of being addicted to, drugs, heroin, whatever. And Dave was not that type at all. He was such a straight person. He was a wonderful parent. He was just the best. I adored him. Yes, Tio Macero put us together. That was all Tio. And Tio was a jazz man. He was a fabulous jazz man. He recorded Miles Davis, Dave Brubeck, and he put us together. It was amazing. It was quite amazing. But Tio, I'm not saying this to be catty, but Tio was an amateur saxophone player. So you hear his sax in so many of my records, good or bad or indifferent, there's Tio's sax. But he was the greatest fellow. I loved Tio. He was fabulous. I absolutely could not bear to do live performances because my voice was very, very small. It was like a whisper, and it's very close to the microphone. And whenever club work, that was always considered very important. Nightclub work. Oh, how I hated it! I couldn't bear it. So, yes, I did a bit of club work, but I don't know. I just sort of got a little. My sight went elsewhere. I will confess that when I met Sir Jack, that was the end of my career, and I didn't have any qualms about it. And then I got very involved with animal welfare. Animal rights is my passion in life. Sir Jack and I had many, many stray animals. We used to collect them. And he loved animals as well as I did. And one of my dogs, Amigo, Guzman Jr., bought his story, and they've done the most adorable little app called Amigo to the Rescue. And it just shows the potential in these tragic little dogs. I can't bear to hear any terrible stories about stray animals and animal abuse or child abuse. I feel very passionate about people without a voice that were put on earth, that never asked to be put on earth in a challenged situation, and there they are. I feel very, very strongly about that. I think it's a wonderful record, flattering liner notes. I just was so touched by all of that. But I'm also very touched by the fact that through the years, there have been people that have gone on the internet sort of looking for me. Now, there was a man named Steve Hoffman a couple of years ago who wrote something about, has anyone ever heard anything about Ranny Sinclair? She was a singer in the early 50s. Where is she now? And I felt like saying, well, I'm still alive, I'm still here, but I didn't. I had no way of doing that. And then there were a couple of fellows who wrote how they were looking for me and everything, and they were fans of mine. I thought, oh my gosh, that's so sweet and so touching. But I had no way of communicating with them. But if anyone hears this, I would love them to know how genuinely touched and appreciative I am of all of that. Dave and Iola were the most wonderful people, and the last time I saw them was at the Newport Jazz Festival. It was a very sad time because I was no longer in the music business. I had sort of gravitated to the social world. And when I said goodbye to them, it was very sad. It was like I went back into my world, and, I can't explain it. You have these moments in life. What can I say? But they were the most wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you. My goodness. Thank you very much. I'm so flattered.